Hello, and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and welcome back to a brand new video in SpinTires MudRunner, where we are going to be taking a look at a very weird thing that some people have decided to call a vehicle. It, on the surface, see, when I downloaded this, I wasn't really expecting it to be everything that it is, but it's actually a lot more interesting than it appears on the surface, right? Because really what it looks like is that he just took an 8x8 frame and dropped, like, you know, a helicopter cockpit on it and called it a day. But there's actually a lot more to it than that, and it comes in this thing's advanced features. Now, as far as customization goes, it's good. It's not like, you know, over-the-top wild or over-the-top amazing. By the way, this is made by Chameleon Hum, and you can actually get this on the Steam Workshop. It's not a private mod or anything like that. So, with all of that being said, I'm actually going to uninstall the, there we go, the forwarder attachment, and I'm going to show you how much articulation this thing has. It can almost turn on a dime, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It also sounds like it's powered by a jet engine. Now, it's also, the diff is always locked and all wheels are always on, so there's really no adjustment to do there, but look at how tight of a circle you can go in with this thing. And remember, this is an 8x8. No 8x8 has this tight of a turning circle. It also has, like, a legit, like, cockpit interior. Like, you can actually look around in the interior, which is pretty badass. So, with that being said, and now that I've shown you guys that, I'm going to show you the insanely long trailer that you can actually attach to it. And also, look at that drive shaft angle. That's just, like, that's just not right. That is just not right. I just, oh, that scares me. I can hear the U-joints crying for dear life. So, I'm going to go ahead and put the trailer hitch on it, and I'm also going to go ahead and put the long gooseneck on it. So, I might actually have to make an adjustment for that, which thankfully you can, because this thing does have adjustable suspension. And the adjustable suspension basically benefits you in a couple of different ways. So, I probably could put it on there. I was going to say, like, it's way up in the air. I could probably put it on right there. But the adjustable suspension can benefit you in a couple of different ways. So I'll show you when we actually, like, get this thing out here. And as you can see, like, it literally can turn on a dime. You have to be kind of careful with it when you're pulling a trailer, because you'll be turned around long before the trailer will even have moved. So you got to be very careful about, you know, disconnecting from the trailer. Now, what I am going to do is go ahead and... Oh, wait, the parking brake was on. Okay, so you can raise and lower the front and rear suspensions basically on each axle. So it's kind of a weird idea, but, like, if you wanted to raise the rear, you could raise the rear. If you wanted to basically, like, if you wanted to raise the front, you could raise the front. But again, you do it on an individual axle basis, which is not something I'm used to seeing with trucks really at all. And then this, okay, that actually lowers the, wow, that lowers the trailer completely. So that's like a full, raising and lowering of the entire trailer. Now, another thing to keep in mind about this vehicle is that it is, like, stupid fast. And when I say stupid fast, it's like OP fast. It is stupid fast, way faster than a vehicle like this has any business being. God, you should not be able to turn this thing that tight. You'll turn way past the ability of the trailer, like, so quickly. This thing, like I said, turns on a freaking dime. And when you have it in high, I mean, it is not slow. Not one bit. And again, you have to be careful that you don't sort of overturn the corner, because, like, you'll think, oh, I'm used to putting in this amount of steering input, I'll put in that amount of steering input and we'll get around the corner. Whereas in reality, you'll put in the amount of steering that you're used to putting in, and you'll have turned way sharper than the corner even, you know, ever dreamed of being. So, with that being said, I think it's kind of one of those vehicles that you're really going to have to get used to over an extended period of time. Now, Mud is kind of weird with it, because you're not exactly in a mud truck, but you're not exactly in, like, a beginner vehicle either. So, like, you do have good capability in the mud, and, I mean, it's not like you ever have to adjust your, or well, switch between, you know, your all-wheel drive being on and off and your diff lock being on and off. It's just all always on anyway. The only thing is that sometimes you bump into things with the front bumper, but that's few and far between. Now, the reason why I took the trailer off is because I wanted to show you guys what the trailer loads looked like without having to pull the trailer all the way to the lumber area, because let's be honest here. That trailer is so long that it's not really made for maps like this. Maps like this are not good for a trailer that long. And, I mean, you could do it, but it would take like a half hour to get from the original garage over here to the lumber pickup point anyway. So it's not exactly something that I would recommend. It does use a lot of fuel, so you're going to have to keep an eye on that. And the fuel tank isn't that big for what it is. So there's a couple of different things there that you're going to have to keep in mind in terms of fuel. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the platform. And you can see, again, how it's like just so stupid long. Now, the 6-point load is a tractor and a... Oh, that's annoying. The trailer has a tendency to detach. But the 6-point load is a tractor with a fuel attachment and a garage trailer. Whereas if I go ahead and drop that load, the 8-point load is containers. And the containers are huge. I mean, they are huge. It's not by any means a small setup, a short setup. It's not a setup that I would go into any map with lightly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not go into a map going like, oh yeah, this will be easy, because this is like, you know, this is like a small, easy to use setup. It's not. It's not in any way, shape, or form a small, easy-to-use setup. As a matter of fact, it's actually very large and very complicated. Now, one of the biggest things... Oh, my God. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Okay, there we go. Now, one of the things you have to be careful of is that... stop it! Stop it! One of the things you have to be careful of is the fact that while this can turn on a dime, the trailer cannot. I mean, the trailer is very limited in its capability. The tractor isn't, but the trailer is heavily limited, and that basically sort of creates a disconnect, so to speak, in between it sort of creates a disconnect in between like what you want to be able to do and what the trailer is actually able to do. So, like, for example, I just want this thing around, like, to get around the corner. That's all I want it to do. Whereas the trailer is not really interested in going around the corner. It's like, that's one of the last things this trailer is interested in doing, is going around this corner. Now, admittedly, it's easier to maneuver it through tight spaces than, say, a normal tractor would be with a trailer this long, but it's still not the easiest. Granted, I'm surprised the trailer didn't disconnect right there. I'm actually very surprised, because that was like a long time for the trailer to not have anything on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything at all. Ooh, easy. I don't know if there's any... Oh, wait. No, I have this map almost... Well, at least this part of this map almost memorized. Yikes. Okay. Can we hook back up to that, or is it, like, screwed? Now we can hook back up. So it does have a tendency to disconnect some... Oh, it... Ah! The tree! That's why. I will say, the articulation makes it a lot easier to reattach the trailer. Like, that's a big plus that I didn't think it would have. Come on. Come on. I know we're basically trying to, like... we're basically trying to, like, you know, fit the Titanic through a, you know, a bathtub drain. But it's, you know, we're gonna make it happen one way or another, or we're gonna... Well... I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna make it happen. It's a little sketchy at this point. Yeah, I wouldn't take this thing through anything like this. It's not made for it. But I do have to say that it is a very cool vehicle. I mean, I really don't think I've ever seen anything that articulates this much. I mean, this amount of articulation and this amount of, like, just ability to turn is way next level. I mean, it's so next level, and it's fast. Like, it shouldn't be this fast, but it is. I mean, it shouldn't be this fast at all, but it is. And I think the fact that it is this fast sort of puts it into that realm of, you know, cartoonish vehicles. This is not a realistic vehicle by any means. This is not a realistic vehicle no matter how you cut it, but it's one of those weird cartoonish vehicles that's got some pretty trick, like, you know, special features that I would actually recommend checking out. If you want to, like, if you want to see what it's capable of, and you want to see what it can do, I would actually recommend checking it out, because it's kind of fun. I mean, and playing around with the articulation is probably the most fun part to me about this vehicle in general, and it's the most fun part about using it. And you know, if you really wanted to, you could use it in objective-based gameplay as long as the map could support it. I mean, I could see, like, for example, the American Wilds maps, I could see those maps supporting a vehicle like this. You know, I could see this vehicle actually being able to knock those out really fast, maybe even speedrun it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. Nice voice crack, bro. And I will see y'all in the next one. Talk to you guys later.